Well, that didn't go according to fucking plan, did it?
Tottenham On Tour. Tottenham On Tour. Tottenham On Tour.
Okay, you know what happened. I know what happened. We all saw it. We're all still sad. We're all still shell-shocked. And we're all still very much used to this absolute epidemic that I'd like to call Spursy. That's what it really is, to be honest. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm just going to give you an unfortunate reminder. There we go. I'm of course talking about this. I mean, I didn't want to put up the scoreline. It's just too heartbreaking. I mean, we all know the scoreline anyway, and we all know how much we threw it away. As if the fact that we have a poor mentality isn't bad enough. Now we have to contend with the fact that we have thrown away a game that where we should have gotten points on paper. Do you know what else though? I want to just give Southampton a massive shout out. They were immense. They were played, especially towards the end of that first half. I just remember so well that they were playing like prime Real Madrid. Our passing was fluid. Their shooting could have been better, but then again, so could have ours. Passing was fluid. Playmaking was excellent. Their players, I'm talking about the likes of Ward-Prowse, I'm talking the likes of Che Adams, all of them, they were just superb. Like, the whole team seemed to be working together as a team. I mean, okay, granted, we don't have the best players. This team is far from the best Tottenham team we've ever had, but like at the same time, Jesus, man, come on. Like, we know that even some of these players can play better than that, especially in the back line. I mean, that was a complete and utter disappointment from them last night. Our defence was just absolutely shocking. I haven't seen that bad of a defensive performance from us in ages. I mean, I can't recall the last time, especially under Conte, that we played that bad in defence. In fact, I think that was really that was the one time where I can safely say that was just a pure bad game from our defence under this manager. I mean, okay, it was bound to come sometime because no team was perfect, but come on, like against Southampton. This lot were 12th before last night. We were in the running for top 5 at least before kickoff. And now we're a point behind Arsenal. That's another thing I want to speak about. I am absolutely sick to death. I'm sick to death of this mentality that's been here for God knows how long. That's been here. That's just been infesting the club like its own freaking pandemic. Do you know what? That flag that you can see there, well, actually, that you can barely see because of the shit lighting I have, that says Spurs on either side of it. All you have to do is stick a Y at the end of it, like, and you can sum up last night's performance. You can sum up what the club is like right now at this very moment. And okay, I'm not just going to get down in the dumps and say, "Oh, that's it, season's over, top 4 finished, no hope." I'm not going to be like one of these knee-jerk actionaries, like I know that there's still hope for top 4. There's still hope that even, we're still in the FA Cup, so there's still a hope for a trophy. Like, I'm not going to write off the season just now, just because of one bad result. Even in the game itself, I saw positives. I mean, Bentancur looks brilliant, and he looks like he can be a real player. Now, as for Kulusevski, I'm still going to say give him more time. To be honest, that's the only thing I can really say about him, because he didn't really do much. But Hugo Lloris, still a brilliant goalkeeper. Our man the match by almost a million miles last night. Jeez, I mean, where in God's name would we be, honestly? Where do you think we'd be? I'm actually interested to know. Maybe you can tell me in the comment section below. Where do you think we'd be if we didn't have Hugo Lloris as our keeper? If we probably never even bought him? Where would we be? I can tell you one thing. We wouldn't be challenging for top 4. But even our defence, like Romero, did a few good things last night. Even Sanchez, but he spent more time doing more bad things than good. I mean, I'm trying to talk about positives here, and I'm just going back to the negatives. Harry Kane, the effort was there once again. I mean, you can't fault his effort. He tried. Sonny, brilliant once again. He got the 2 goals. I mean, fantastic. He just loves scoring against Southampton. He has like a weird fetish for it. But anyway, the main thing is about Son. His first touch, definitely back now, and so is his skills. And, I just loved seeing it. I was more relieved than anything. It's unfortunate that, the game where he scores 2 goals and scores all our goals for, I don't know when was the last time he even did that. We just ended up losing and we ended up throwing it away. Now, folks, hear me out on this. I know our defence last night can only be described really in one word, and that was shambolic. Like, there really is no other way to describe it. It was just awful. I have always been in defence of Emerson Royale, but last night, no, that was an indefensible performance. That was Sunday league level. Like, I mean, it sounds like I'm just being pessimistic for the sake of it and deliberately exaggerating, but if you actually go back and look at his performance, it was so bad. I'd never seen him play that bad. And I know he can play better. The lineup were so similar to the Brighton game. With the way we played against Brighton, why wouldn't we? Or, like, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they be? I mean, Southampton and Brighton, on paper, I think anyway, are two very similar teams. I mean, they're around the same positions in the league table anyway. So why wouldn't you throw out the same squad and the same tactics? You would expect these professional football players to be consistent, at least for just 2 games in a row. I know Wolves are a harder team to beat. Thanks to our cock-up last night, they're still behind us. And we have to keep them behind us. So, I shouldn't be sitting here saying that we should change these players, but unfortunately here I am. And here we all are saying who we'd like to see going forward, especially in right wing-back. You know what? We haven't seen enough of Matt Doherty under Conte. So I think he deserves a chance now in that position. And even he has shown signs of improvement. Him along with Harry Winks were 2 players I thought could never show improvement no matter what manager came in. God himself could have come in as manager and they wouldn't have improved. That's what I used to think anyway. So, now that he's shown signs of improvement, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Put him in that position for this one game. I know it's against his old club, but that's a risk at this point that I want to take. And do you know what else? I forgot that Jaffa Tanganga could play in that position. But I'm not sure if maybe we should be risking him at the minute. Like, you know, I just had that gut feeling. It's that gut feeling as a Tottenham fan that something is going to go wrong. So I'm just going to end the video here because honestly, if I keep talking about this just for 1 second longer, I'm going to make myself more and more depressed. We all know who we're up against after Wolves. And if you don't, just go into Google, look up Tottenham fixtures, and you'll see what I'm on about. And it's all the more reason as to why we need to win against Wolves. No excuse. Like Southampton, no excuse at all. And I know we lost against Southampton, but I don't care. We shouldn't have lost. On paper, we should have won. We should have walked over them. Despite their good players, we should have just won the game regardless. And we should have even drawn, if not for our shitty defence. You know what? I think it's only fair that I end this video off on a positive note, because we all need some positivity after that. So I just wanted to end the video by saying a huge thank you to all of our donators who have donated and helped us to raise money for the mental health charities on our GoFundMe page. And if you haven't donated yet, but you want to, the link is here. There's the link. All you have to do is copy and paste it into your browser or even click some of our old community posts. I mean, there's plenty of ways to go to the link and just donate as much money as you can. Now, I just want to make one thing very clear. If you can't donate or you're not in a position to donate, it's perfectly fine. We understand. I mean, because of the pandemic, some people are going through a huge economic crisis in their lives, and that also can affect their mental health. And if you haven't watched the mental health show, that's fine as well, because there were some heavy topics discussed in that, but it's good for people to come on and share their stories. Currently, we have raised over $777, which is amazing. I mean, we won't complain about that. So, I love you and leave you with an all YouTube cliche, but it's important to the channel. So, if you can, please like and subscribe to all of our content and click that notification bell as well. Also, have you ever noticed that subscribe button is a certain colour that we Tottenham fans hate? The colour red. We all know who it reminds us of those damn invaders from Woolwich. So if you want to put that right, just click the subscribe button, free content, and most importantly, you'll get rid of any trace of red off your screen, and it'll be happy days as a Tottenham fan. Well, as happy as you can make it, unfortunately. So, just wanted to say, last thing, as always, even though we're disappointed in them, come on you Spurs.
Tottenham On Tour. Tottenham On Tour. On Tour.